Hello students, in my last class I have discussed about the color coding of resistors, and then if the color sequence is given, how to find the value of resistance. In this class, the continuation of the same part, let us recapitulate initially. If the resistor is given like this and there are four colored bands, if there are four colored bands like this, the first two colors represents the number, then the third color represents the multiplier, and the fourth band, sometimes it is absent, and that represents the tolerance, So here the order of colors should be written as it is. We know that, how to remember the order of colors, and then number is given from 0 to 9 up to white, then multiplier is 10 power of these numbers, and tolerance is given as 5%, 10% and 20% for these three respective colors: gold, silver and no color. Now in the previous class I have discussed that if the color sequence is given, how to find the value of resistance. But in this class we have to find, if the number is given, the resistance value is given, how to find the sequence, the color sequence. I have already done one problem regarding this, and now let me continue that, and we have one more resistor like 50k plus or minus 10%. The resistance is given as 50k plus or minus 10% ohm. This is the value of resistance given. You have to find what is the color sequence for this. You can write this 50k as k is nothing but kilo. So kilo refers to 10 power 3. So that 50 into 10 power 3 plus or minus 10% ohm. So now we got the standard form. There are two digits, one multiplier and a tolerance. So that 50, the first two digits are 5 and 0. So for the 5, the color will be green. So let me write that. So for this 5, color is green. Next 0 is nothing but black. So that the second color is black. And we have 10 power 3 here. So the multiplier is 10 power 3. So that 10 power 3 is nothing but orange. So that green, black, orange. So we got three sequence of colors now. And then we have 10% of tolerance. So 10% of tolerance is silver. The fourth band is silver. So we got the color sequence for this particular resistor, 50k plus or minus 10%. You should write this k as 10 power 3. K refers to kilo there. So 10 power 3. So 50 into 10 power 3 plus or minus 10% of ohm, and then the color sequence will be written like this. And we have the second question, the second one. The resistor is 5 million plus or minus 20%. So they have given 5 million. So million is nothing but 10 power 6, or sometimes we call this m as mega also. If you write a capital M, that will be mega or million. So that 5 million is written as 5 into 10 power 6 plus or minus 20%. Now this is not in a standard form because we should have two digits at the beginning. So 5 into 10 power 6 is now written as 50 into 10 power 5. 5 into 10 power 6 is written as 50 into 10 power 5 plus or minus 20%. So that we got the standard form. Now let us find out the color sequence for this. 50. So 50. So 50, it is nothing but green and black. 5 and 0. So it is green and black. Green, black. Next we have 10 power 5. Multiplier is 10 power 5. So for 10 power 5, again we have green. So that this is green. But look at the tolerance. Tolerance is 20%. So for 20%, the color should be no color, or the fourth band is absent. so that we have green, black, green. So this resistor is having this much of resistance. Next we have one more resistor, 200K. K plus or minus 5% ohm. So let me write 200K as 200 into 10 power 3 plus or minus 5%. So here also we have 200, 3 digits here. So let us make that as 2 digits. 20 into 10 remains. So 10 is multiplied with 10 power 3, so that it becomes 10 power 4 plus or minus 5%. So now we got the standard value. So R is equal to 20 into 10 power 4 plus or minus 5%. Let me write the color sequence for this. 2 0. So 2, it is red and black. So red and black. Red and black. Next we have 10 power 4. So for 10 power 4 it is yellow. Let me write that. And we have 5% of tolerance. Therefore it is gold. So we have find out the sequence of colors: red, black, yellow and gold. So this is how you can find the color sequence when the resistance is given. Next we will move on to the next topic, a very important one: resistors in combination. Let me write the side heading as combination of resistors. Combination of resistors. So why do we need the combination of resistor? Suppose if I have a value of resistance of one resistor as 10 ohm, this will be available, but I want a 5 ohm resistor, or even I want a 20 ohm resistor. So what I can do is, I can combine this 10 ohm resistor 2 times in series to get a 20 ohm resistor, or if I combine the 10 ohm resistor in parallel, we get a 5 ohm resistor. So how we can vary the value of resistance by combining the 2 or more resistors? So that can be seen in this heading. So the first combination of resistor is a series combination. The first kind of combination is series combination. Observe carefully. First, let me consider 2 resistors. Let 2 resistors of resistances R1 and R2 are connected in series between the 2 points AB. So we have 2 resistors R1 and R2 which are combined in series between A and B. The series combination is like this. This resistor, the end of one resistor is connected to another end. So this is the series combination of resistor. Let us say that we have connected an external source of voltage V across it. So we have connected a cell or a battery of voltage V across these 2 resistors, so that there is a constant potential across the 2 ends A and B. So in between the points A and B there is a constant potential of V. Now let us write that a current I is flowing from the positive end of the cell to negative end. So we know that the current I flows from positive to negative. Since the path of the current is like this, it has to cross these 2 resistors. I mean to say, the same current I flows through R1 and R2. The same current I flows through R1 and R2, which is a very important point in series combination. Now, between the points A and B, the total potential is V, but across the resistor 1, the potential is written as V1, and across the second resistor the potential is written as V2. So that between the points A and B, total potential difference, I will write it as PD, potential difference. So V is equal to V1 plus V2. V is equal to V1 plus V2. But we know that from Ohm's law, voltage is equal to current into resistance. V is equal to I into R. So for the first resistor, the current flowing is I and the resistance is R1. Therefore, this V1 can be written as, according to this equation, V1 is written as I into R1. So let me write that V as I into R1 plus V2 is written as I into R2, because the current through this resistor is also same and resistance is R2, so that I into R2 is equal to this V2. Now we have in the two terms we have I as common, so that we get R1 plus R2 here. So let me rearrange this equation. Let me take this I to the denominator, so that we get V by I is equal to R1 plus R2. V by I is equal to R1 plus R2, and let us call this equation as equation number 1. Now, very important one, we should replace the two resistors by a single resistor now. R1 and R2 are the two resistors which are connected in series. The same work will be done by a single resistor now. Let me call that as an equivalent resistor. See, this is an equivalent resistor of resistance RS. S refers to series combination. The same current I flows through this RS across the same potential difference of V, so that this resistor, the RS, the value of resistance RS, is called equivalent resistor. Let me write that. Replacing two resistors by a single resistor of resistance RS. So we are replacing the two resistor by a single resistor now. The same current I flows through that resistor, and the potential difference across the resistor is also V. So for this resistor, if I write the equation for voltage, the voltage or potential difference I is equal to I into RS. So V equals I into RS. V equals I into RS. So I will write the equation again. V is equal to I into RS. Let us take this I to the denominator. So we get V by I is equal to RS. V by I is equal to RS. Call this as equation number 2. Now from equation 1 and 2, if you observe equation 1 and 2, the left hand sides of the equations are same, so that we can equate the RHS now. So that from 1 and 2, we can equate the RHS of both, so that RS, which is called as an equivalent resistance, RS is equal to R1 plus R2. So this is the required equation. See, when the two resistors are connected in series, then the effective resistance becomes, or the combination of resistance, the equivalent resistance becomes R1 plus R2, sum of the two resistances. So this is the important derivation in your examination. This will be asked for 3 marks in your exam. So you should remember the equation very correctly. RS is equal to R1 plus R2. Now let me consider a special case of this. We have connected the n number of resistors now. So we have not only connected the two resistors, we are connecting n number of resistors in series. What happens in that case? See, I have n number of resistors like this. N number of resistors which are connected in series. According to that equation, the effective resistance of all these resistors, equivalent resistance, becomes R1 plus R2 plus etc. up to Rn. So we can add all the resistances. In a special case, if R1 equals R2 equals R3 equals up to Rn. All the resistors are having the same value of R. Then what happens to the equation? Rs is equal to, if I add all R, likewise, if I add R n times, we get N into R. So this is the effective resistance when the resistors are connected in series. Rs is equal to N times R. See, when the resistors, two resistors are connected in series, same current flows through them. So total potential is written as V1 plus V2. If I substitute the values of V1 and V2, we get this equation. So equation number 1 is V by I is equal to R1 plus R2. Then by replacing the two resistors by a single resistor of equivalent resistance Rs, we get the equation as V is equal to I into Rs. So that V by I equals Rs. So equation 1 and 2, if you compare them, we get Rs is equal to R1 plus R2, which means when the resistors are combined in series, the effective resistance becomes sum of the individual resistances. And this one is a special case where we have connected n number of resistors, so that Rs becomes R1 plus R2 plus etc. up to Rn. If all the resistors are having the same value of R, then effective resistance becomes N times R. So in our examination, up to this equation, that will be enough. Thank you.